Right, I'm gonna
Anyway,
find a cool
we're
player
kicking
to
it
pick.
off with, you know,
I'm
honestly,
setting Spy, and I'm gonna change the scores.
Spy. I mean, I'm expecting big things from Spartan Spy. I think he had a pretty slow Argyle game, and you know now he's dead. But he's been very strong the whole game, and like, you know, they picked up the pace massively in that other one. Leeds are going to be feeling really good about themselves now that they've managed to reset the bracket. Obviously, the question is, how will this bracket reset play out? I can't see who got the overshield. It looks like Durham have. Yeah, Durham with the overshield now. They're going to be making a push towards this hill. Considering the fact that they gave up the overshield, Leeds did not get nearly as much time on that hill as they probably thought they would. Normally, it kind of goes a situation where one team gets hill control, the other team just decides to play for overshield and then hope that they can break the hill before they capture it. But in this situation, Leeds really haven't got that much of an advantage on hill time. They do have the heat wave though. It's 3 dead. In fact, that's surprising to see from Durham and a little bit concerning. Overshield did not really get them anything there. They lose the fight, they lose the sniper, they lose the heat wave, and they lose the hill. And BML's just going to charge in on his own and die. That's not the Durham that we're expecting to see, and that's not the Durham that's gonna come back from this grand finals reset.
Big grenades coming out of Spartan Spy here on C flat as we see them spawning up on dummies and just making flat rotation.
Exactly, and he's getting damage down onto those guys.
Yeah.
And just stopping them from being able to be any influence on it. He's caught out this dummies player as well, their one shot, and he knows that he doesn't have to be the one to clean it up. And a nice meat shot from the heat wave. Do not define me should be cleaning that up unless there's a lapse in comms, which it seems like there is. He should have known there was a one-shot player right in front of him, and he just doesn't kill them. It doesn't matter though. The Mage Lord goes down anyway. This player's back C, but no one's really in a position to fight
them. The overshield's up on the lead side as well.
Yeah, it seems like they got so distracted chasing this player back hill that they've completely given up the overshield. One's dead for Leeds, but another one dies.
We see a
Durham
360 medal come up.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while.
That's huge.
Oh, and the Achilles spine onto the overshield, 3 dead. It's going to be a triple kill as well. An unofficial triple kill, but a triple kill nonetheless. And, you know, I mean, the hill time advantage is definitely in favour of Leeds, but Durham...
Have they noticed
in favour of Durham. Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on over there.
Enemy team took the hill.
Overshield player, oh, and I was about to say that's a blank melee, but I actually don't think it was. I think he hit the platform that the player was standing on. A massive stick from Katarina.
Yeah.
Durham's really managed to strike back in this hill. I was like I said, I was quite concerned about them after that first hill went the way it did. Thought they managed to find some hill time here. The question is, can they actually capitalize on it? It seems like they're just getting a little bit more desperate than they need to, but if they're winning their fights like that, then it isn't going to matter. They're going to get this hill probably. Yep, they managed to get it just before the Mage Lord goes down. Really big plays from them, and looks like Durham are not out of this yet.
SOS has managed to escape that fight with his life, which could be really important for this OV coming up soon, and potentially catch him a kill on someone going cuts here.
Yeah, it seems like Durham are probably planning on focusing on overshield before they worry about anything else. But unfortunately, they go 4 dead, and it's going to be overshield and hill control for Leeds. It's going to take a miracle to save them this hill now. He's not even had to pop it yet, because why would he? He doesn't need to. He's under no pressure. One of them spawns dummies, which was a pretty great spawn to get, but like...
There's not really much you can do.
No, but another player is rotating over to help, and a huge shot from the plasma pistol. This overshield's going to be gone, but I think there's too much time elapsed now. To be honest, Leeds could probably just milk this hill until...
They elect not to, though, however, which
means... and they go 4 dead. They lost the...
Gonna have a big advantage now.
Yeah, to be fair, they probably didn't have enough time to milk it. Durham's going to have the advantage, but they've only got 1 break. They cannot afford to let Leeds in the hill for even a few seconds.
Precisely that. Trade coming out onto... It's going to be 2 dead for Leeds. One of those
but 2 dead for Durham as well. Both of these players are going to have to push now. It's almost It's pretty much tied up in terms of hill time now. The question is, have Leeds gotten there fast enough to block the spawns? The answer seems like it's a no, but they have gotten there fast enough to stop the hill. Just about get there in time, down to the wire, but there's not going to be
And they
anyone
managed to
there fast
cap
enough.
it just before
They just
Durham
about
player
get
can
it.
get in there.
Yeah,
gonna
BML
be
arrives
huge for them.
just too late to stop the cap. That's got to be frustrating for Durham. On the other hand, Durham do have control of C plat, which is a good point to contest this hill from. The question is, can they get the kills that they need to keep them out? So far, the answer is no. There's 2 players in the hill and 30 seconds till the overshield comes up. And it's just it just feels like Durham are taking a lot of 1v1 fights that they really probably ought not to be. I really liked BML taking that fight there whilst one shot. He knows that he has the flank and he knows that he has the help. Unfortunately, he's not able to save his teammate who was kind of trapped out in dummy door. I'm liking that we're seeing more team shots from Durham though, more flanks, more pinches, and more collapses. I thought that was a stick.
Are
Then
Leeds
it wasn't.
going to go for the OV immediately? Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They don't get the
They do not get
overshield.
the overshield. That is massive. Durham. This is now Durham's hill to lose. I think they should be able to win this. But the question is, can they control the parts of the map? Are they going to get desperate? Are they just going to stack the hill and all die like idiots? So far, Joan has managed to go down cuts, which is unfortunate. But they don't want that to happen if we can avoid it.
Overshield's been hit by a sniper round.
It has been, but La Catarina was doing such a good job of staying alive there, but she unfortunately goes down. That's going to be 4 stacking the hill now, because Leeds know that they just need to stack it. That's going to be 3-1. That's going to be a 3-1 lead, but we did see Leeds. We saw Leeds throw away a similar lead against Southampton. Even though they managed to come back and win that game, it shows that they're not invincible on this kind of mode. That being said, the momentum of the entire series is at their back, and the momentum in this game is at their back. The question is, are Durham just kind of thinking, man, I just want it to be over?
Yeah, potentially. They managed to clear the player in the very important spot of top tower here, which sort of gives you an advantage over this entire hill in comparison to sandbags, just because of the height advantage and amount of angles that you can overwatch and just sort of shut down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Durham players right now just seem to be throwing themselves at this hill. They managed to get onto it, but are they going to be able to control the parts of the map they need to? They can't allow Leeds onto this one for a second, but it's such an exposed position to have to stay in for such a long time. Durham aren't
It's
doing
just a
too
battle
bad.
of grenades. It's like playing a
It
snowball
is,
fight at this point.
unfortunately, Leeds are going to win it. They managed to take 2 down there. Managed to take 3 down. There should be more hill time for Durham, and they're going to try and get this overshield as well. Getting overshield in the hill here should be huge. You can very much just hide in this vent area like Manxie's been doing. But they've got 3 in the hill. They need to focus on controlling more of the map. If they just stack the hill, they're going to get into a fight like this. The overshield's now gone. And they get 4 dead though.
Kill.
It's a triple kill from BML. Massive. That might actually keep them in this series.
It appears
It's
like
gonna
it is
break.
for now.
Yeah, that triple kill's enough to save the day. I thought it was a misplay to stack the hill like that, but obviously I was wrong. BML, keeping his team in the game there with that triple kill really. And the team shots from the rest of the team obviously, but Leeds is back in this
Such
hill
effective
straight
cleanup
away.
by Leeds that we keep seeing, They'll send one
is.
person on the flank and Durham's not doing enough currently to just, stem the bleeding from behind.
It isn't, and the thing is, Durham just seems to always. I suppose it's good and bad that Durham always seems to go 4 down, because on the one hand it means they're not getting split spawn; they're all spawning up together. On the other hand, it means they're gonna go, 3/4 of the way down now before any of them have really had chance to make much of an effort. They finally managed to push Leeds out of the hill. Well, kind of. Leeds still have control of the area though, even if they weren't in the hill, and now they're back in the hill. The Mage Lord needs to make a hero play, but it's not going to happen. And
I think this is looking like game.
Yeah, Manxie can tries to strong side his way into the hill, but it was never going to happen. 2-4 to Leeds, and while there were certainly signs of life from Durham, it's clear that the steam may have kind of run out for them. I think 2 down in this series. We saw Durham fight back previously, but I don't know. I think the mental is already probably close to breaking, and if we you know, if they can't make something happen now, I'm not sure if I can see it happening at all. Especially since the next map is another 3 flag CTF.
Oh, no. Ooh.
BML goes down off the rip, but it's still it's a 1-all. Unfortunately,
Giving up
Major
shock
doesn't
rifle
manage
to top
hit
gold
the
here.
headshot.
It's gonna be in the hands.
Drops the shock rifle for Spartan Spy. A good decision, I think. Spartan Spy is... Oh no, that isn't Spartan Spy.
SOS.
Oh, SOS. Oh, SOS dropped it. No, Spartan Spy dropped it for SOS. That's somewhat surprising to see, because Spartan is very good with that shock rifle. You can see they know that the Durham players are looking for this. Push into the gold area.
We are seeing,
Shots-
however, team shots coming out from gold pipes with the, you know, the
We
likes
are
of the
the,
Leeds team getting trades and. We'll ignore
2
that.
misses from SOS. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. It seems like Leeds are very much attempting to maintain control of this. Trying to maintain control of this gold side of the map. The push onto glass is probably going to be necessary, but the timing isn't there. They get crossfired from across the map and finished up. Manxie does manage to find the kill onto that glass player, and now he's going to have to contend with three Leeds players pushing in from red pipes. Big live there, staying alive on R2 or L2, I suppose, depending on which direction you're facing. And can he clean it up? Yes, he can. The Mage Lord manages to find 2 kills there, bringing the game within 2. Apparently, I'm quiet as a mouse, but at this point, I'm surprised I can talk at all. We still have. 2 players from Leeds trapped in that whirlpool area. Durham does have the active camo, but they aren't managing to get anything from it. They die with the camo and lose it, and that's 2 dead once again for the side of Durham. And it's once again a case where it isn't really a case of like it's a complete blowout, or at least it wasn't last time I checked the score. It's just Durham aren't managing to close this gap. They're just, you know, it's pretty much the same as we saw in reverse in that Durham versus Leeds Slayer earlier. Leeds just seem to be imposing their will on Durham. They're not letting them get into a position where they're coming back at all.
How many hours have we been at it? We started at 7 PM. So solid.
Oh god.
4 hours and 40 minutes now, but all of these teams, you know, they've tried really hard today, to be fair. You could tell, just given the gameplay that we've been seeing, you know, with the we had to full reset one of the CTF games.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth saying though, like, despite my my concerns about Durham, they really have not given up. They are still very much fighting. They're not just kind of rolling over and taking it. I definitely think Leeds just seem to have the momentum that they need right now. They're keeping this game they're keeping this game as a 4 they're keeping this game as a 4-kill lead, managing to stay ahead. But it's not like Durham, you know, it's not like Durham are giving up either. They've managed to get their hands on this shock rifle, and the question is now, can they put it to use? Can they finally find those shots that they need? Oh, and he does find the shot onto SOS. That's going to bring the game within 1. That's going to tie up the game. And now Durham are going to be looking to try and make this happen. The camo is in the hands of Leeds, but they're on the opposite side of the map from where the action's happening. He is going to clean up this guy bottom tower. No, he isn't. He does finally manage to get him, but BML staying alive for longer than he probably ought to have done. But Durham, once again, they're letting themselves slip behind. As soon as they find some control, well, then they unfortunately just lose it. Mage Lord takes down Do Not Defy Me, and then SOSOK takes down the Mage Lord. Killing spree, not going to be enough to keep his team in the game. That being said, 14 kills and 5 deaths from the Mage Lord. He is putting Durham on his back right now. He's planning on dragging them into a game 4 of this series, kicking and screaming if he has to. He's not particularly in the mood to to go down 2-0 in this series, and you know it's only a 1-kill game. Leeds are still managing to stay in the lead, but they aren't. It's now tied. Now it's a 1-kill game again. But the point is that Leeds Durham aren't letting Leeds run away with this. And when I say Durham, to be honest, I mean the Mage Lord. He's got 15 kills. He has more kills than his entire team combined. He has more kills. Yeah, that's mad. He's got half again as many kills as his entire team combined. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, the kills and deaths are pretty evenly distributed, but it's got to be said, 11 assists on the side of Smart and Spy. Meanwhile, 0 assists on the side of Mage. It kind of just shows what it is that's separating these two teams, in my opinion, and I think it's the teamwork.
Yeah, I think Durham definitely started off strong with their teamwork, but it seems to be failing them now, later on, and as players get, you know, more and more tired, they're just sort of not relying on each other as much and going into things sometimes a little bit solo.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just that panic factor, you know? It's
Definitely.
like, we're behind in this series, behind in this game, we need to try and keep it together. But on the other hand, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we're you know, it all seems to be going wrong, and when your team's plans and stuff aren't working, then what are you going to do? Well, I know that I can win this gunfight, so I'm going to just take this gunfight. But the thing is, maybe you can't. They go 3 dead again, and it's now... it's still only a 1-kill lead.
Camo is down on camo jump, though.
I mean, that is the big question. Which team is going to be on that? It looks like a Leeds player is over in that direction, but have they managed to pick it up? I don't know. I don't see anyone with it. One of the Durham players did just run past there, so maybe they managed to swipe it on their way over towards Orange Door. Doesn't look like anyone has.
Maybe camo just got burned, and I was wrong. Huge 4-stack here on C, though.
It is. Can they manage to take down this player long haul? If it is, that's a massive pick. They're 2 kills ahead now. They just need to try and avoid trading out too many kills. As we've noted multiple times this evening, these Slayer games don't really seem to start until you hit about the 30 kill mark, and then things really start to kind of well, things either pick up or they slow down. But the point is, that's when the kills really start to matter. That's when the players start to become aware of the fact, you know, when you reach around the 30 kill mark, you might look at your deaths and go, hey, I'm dying too much, or you might look at your kills and say, hey, I'm not getting enough kills. And it's good to see that the rest of Durham have kind of picked up the pace a little bit in the kills department. The Mage Lord is still leading the lobby, but he's now the rest of his team have some more respectable numbers, I think. That being said, it's Leeds with the lead, but only a 1-kill one.
I'm gonna see a possible fight for camo here. Leeds have just given it
Durham,
uncontested.
Yeah, Durham have managed to find that camo. And they managed to take down the top glass player as well. They need to make this camo work. They need to get at least a clean team fight from it, really. And they've got the perfect opportunity to do it. There's 3 players trapped in long haul around C steps, but Manxie goes down. He could not afford to die there. He didn't need to do anything. He needed to rely on his teammates, but instead he dies when he didn't need to. And that's, you know, what could have been a 4 dead using camo for Durham, and it turns into a 3-kill lead for Leeds instead. Manxie goes down again, and there's still a 3-kill lead for Leeds, and now at this point a 3-kill lead is terrifying. It's a mountain to be climbed because you don't have any mistakes. Durham can die 1 more time each. We've seen them play in this situation before, and they almost managed to bring it back. But 47 to 45, a 2-kill lead now. 3 kills to win the game for Leeds, 5 kills to win the game for Durham. There's no way this clock is going to become a factor with 2 minutes left, but I expect this game will slow down to a crawl. Because nobody can afford to peek.
I think this shock rifle could be really big for Durham here if they, you know, sort of conserve the ammo and make sure they're hitting their shots with it. Just keep it in range.
Yeah. Durham just needs to let Leeds make a mistake. Because, I mean, it's not as if Leeds can play time here. I know technically they could, but realistically they're not going to. They find that grenade kill. They bring the game within 1. That is huge. The tied game. This is going to be another kill as well. No, it isn't! PML! chokes the
48,
kill.
49 though.
No.
That's game.
Wait. That is game. That was so close. I don't know what happened. I don't know why he turned around and just let Do Not Define Me back snack him.
I think it was the two
Durham.
mouse and keyboard players, so they went to do the same thing to each other, and one of them just spun round that little bit quicker. I think as we are almost in the early hours of the morning now, I think other players are going to be really tired. As you can tell by the casting, we are. You know, it seems to have, from all parties involved, just become a slog of attrition.
I'm really glad we didn't play best of fives for every series.
Yes, I am too, my friend.
They're gonna have rockets in long haul.
Not
They
for
managed
long.
in rock haul. They managed to use one of them. Where did those rockets fall down? Do Not Define Me's gonna have the rockets, and he's gonna have Not sure.
We have the overshield. We do.
Yeah, BML rocking that overshield. He's got a repulsor as well, so Leeds needs to be careful with how they approach this player. If they try and use a rocket on him, it could go badly. BML with a perfect 5-shot, and the repulsor as well.
After the rocket goes off in order to kill 2.
Yeah, they
Certainly
had a,
interesting.
that was interesting, but that's 2 dead on one side, 3 dead on the other. Joan is living in the enemy pit. Do they know where he is? That's the question. Is he going to be able to find a pick? And if he does find a pick, is he going to be able to survive? He hits the shot. He doesn't manage to finish it off. Does he know that there's another player in Needles? He should do. They just got pinged, but BML goes down.
Pushes him not quite in time to secure the kill. Lands on a grenade and has the player behind him kill him.
That's unfortunate, and that might be 2 snipers now in the hands of Leeds. This should give them a huge amount of map control, but what can they do with it? The Dreammaker controlling this this rocket hall.
We see the Needler come out from Spartan Spy.
It's a respectable choice of weapon, I think. It's honestly, unironically, in long haul, it's a really good position to be in because there's nowhere to hide. The Needler's one weakness is hiding behind cover, but and that's 2 dead now for Durham. One of the remaining ones is a spawner over on tower. They don't know. Yeah, they don't know about that Needle player.
Oh, he's died now. We are seeing a bit of lag come out from some of the players.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was on the stream or if that was on.
No, that was the player.
But this flag's going to be getting run, and it doesn't look like there's anyone in a position to stop it. He's out of rocket haul, out of long haul. There's no one who's going to be able to. Oh, unless
there is a player
now an
currently flying.
Yeah,
at the
they got the pull. Man,
grenade.
Yeah, it's probably not going to matter. But that slight fumble on the flag could really have cost them.
Great try on the side of the drone player there.
It really was. The desperation play, but it was almost successful.
And we see the trade coming out on the Ovi, which, you know, you don't really want to be trading out Ovi if you have it because it's potential damage wasted elsewhere.
Yeah, but Leeds is going to be feeling fine pretty much no matter what now. They know that they have the advantage in flag caps.
Nice no scope by SOSOK in order to secure the kill, and the person sat in their needles, just sort of blocking the topside spawns. I'm gonna see a person long haul, potentially, yeah, just running off from green. Kills come out in mid. And there's going to be no follow-up shot after the first miss on Spartan Spy.
And it's worth noting, SOSOK has not died this game. 4 kills, 5 assists, and no deaths. And he's going to hit the snipe onto the Mage Lord as well. He's cooking. He hits the body shot too. No one's going to be in a position to clean it up. But it doesn't matter, because he just needs to lock down this angle. No one can chow it, because if they do, they just lose their shields instantly. And now we have a massive push from Spartan Spy. 8 kills and 3 deaths. Make that 9. He's going to be looking for this double kill. And the last one's trapped in the Needler. Spartan Spy with the assault rifle isn't going to manage to clean up the kill. Got a bit too aggressive there. Didn't wait for his shields to regen. But here's the thing. They can afford to. Like,
they just have to
Leeds
hold up this map control and make sure
exactly
that they're all cross-firing That's gonna be another one dead for Durham.
Because the thing is, as a general rule, playing defense with 7 minutes on the clock is a pretty fucking stupid idea.
Yeah, it's a bad sign.
Even if you were two flags ahead. But the thing is, Durham. I mean, Leeds doesn't want to play defense, but they also have that. They have that safety net. You know, they know that they know that they aren't in a position where, you know, they know that if they take control of that kneeler, even if they aren't in a position to pull a flag or anything, they're just wasting time. Like every second that runs down on the clock is a second closer to Durham losing. Spartan Spies managed to pick up this overshield, and it's once again it's another thing that's going to stop Durham from being able to make any sort of successful push. They've gone 3 dead. That means, you know, for the next 10 seconds, nothing's going to happen. It's just a constant. You know, the clock is just going to be running down and running down and running down, and Durham needs to be able to find some picks. They need some power weapons. They need something, and they don't seem to have any ideas. Like, they're all just hanging around this training area, not apparently able to think of anything. Whereas when we look at the side of Leeds, they seem to have a plan. You know, they managed to find that pick onto Manxie. They know there's a player behind them, so they turn back to look at them. SOSOK finally dies after 7 kills and 7 assists and
4 minutes
6 minutes on. Yeah, what is it, 4 or is it 6?
I think it's 4. Could be wrong.
I thought it. Yeah,
Oh, it's
I don't
12-minute games of CTF.
I thought it was 12 minutes, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, no, you probably are right.
Oh well, we'll find out if it goes to a second reset. But I mean, we've got a pull coming in from Durham here, but they need to be ready to fight this, and they should be ready to fight this. They have 3 players up. They managed to get that kill. They're getting that flag into long haul. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. This is exactly what we needed to see from Durham. BML gets taken down. The snipes and stuff are up, but they won't be in a position to do anything. They've flipped the spawns for some reason. But that's fine, because this flag should be going in. Do Not Defy Me might be in a position to contest it, but he isn't. This is going to be a tied game. Durham are not out of it.
Could this potentially provide Durham with a bit of a break and Leeds maybe mentally just sort of, you know, it's only going to go downhill from here as they begin to panic and sort of question how they've let that happen.
Yeah, exactly. 5 minutes left on the clock, and this game is now anyone's. Durham, we might be about to see the same thing that we saw in that oddball in the previous series, where Durham find themselves. They remember that we're Durham, you know. We're not MMU. We're Durham. We're not out here to lose these. And, you know, they start to fight their way back into this game. Sorry, Vi. Yeah, I play for MMU, by the way. That wasn't me.
Yeah,
just
no, yeah. I hope so at the least.
And that was I have no idea what just happened.
He had an overshield player on him, and the only way to kill them and waste the rocket was to shoot himself.
I mean, he didn't kill them, but I suppose they did die
attempt was
eventually.
made.
But the question is now, as we were saying earlier, like what's the game plan going to be from Durham and from Leeds? Are we going to see a?
I think they're both just genuinely going to be looking for that, you know, sort of one kill that guarantees map space, trying to make the most of it, or in this case,
and
2 kills.
And that's 3 dead on the side of Leeds. Durham making this flooding push over. They should know that they don't have enough time to pull this flag yet. But the thing is, they're getting control of the side of the map they want to control. Spartan Spy is already trying to overextend here, and so is the Dreammaker. This is not the you know, Leeds could have fought that probably.
Oh, and that's huge ripples there.
Yeah, instead they already started overextending before they probably needed to. Durham should be having this flag halfway across the map by now, and it's probably going to go in. We've got the cross-map shots here coming in from Wakat Arena. She's going to make sure this flag goes in uncontested. 2-1 now to Durham. Leeds. Are we going to see the same thing happen again? Are we going to see history repeat itself? Are we going to see a second threatened reverse sweep coming in from Durham? It's 2 weak players in the long haul, and now it's Durham who are in a position where every second that ticks down is a second closer to them winning. They're in a position where they know that Leeds probably panicking. They're probably saying, "What the hell have we done here? We were up 2 maps. Both of them won pretty, you know, maybe not,
Somewhat
maybe not."
convincingly.
Exactly, especially the first one. You know, Durham probably was expecting this to be the end of the series, and now they're facing the prospect of another whole map if they don't get this done. There's another Durham player in their base with a needler. I don't know why he's using it, but he is, and he dies, but it was funny, so I respect it.
Oh, Titan is definitely setting it in for all parties involved, as we see a mad kerfuffle for Leeds' flag, which is going to eventually be returned. We do see Spartan Spy pinging the rockets here. Sorry, do not defy me pinging the rockets here. And does that mean
That's
that
just do not
Leeds
defy me though. He pings everything he sees. The guy has more shot caller medals than I have
going
total
for the
kill.
trade with rocks, so now Leeds know that there is a rocket down in mid that has been potentially grabbed by a Durham player. The Dreammaker has been seen here, I think, by the guy in green, and he's looking for, you know, some damage. Rocket misses.
But the thing is, once again, that's not really the end of the world for Durham. They still get the kill. Like they don't need to make a miracle happen, really.
No,
you know,
not really. No.
One player left on the map for them. That should be enough to keep them. Yeah, and that player manages to pick up a kill onto Spartan Spy as well. There's a minute left on the clock. Leeds is now in a position where they are going to have to make something happen fairly soon. But the problem is, they really can't afford to panic. You know, Leeds needs to remember their game plan. They need to think about how they cap that first flag, and then they need to do it. They've got 3 dead now. They've still got 3 dead. 1 player absolute in Rocket Hall, but that player's going to survive.
Spy seems to be making a solo push here for flag, and
he is, and it's
that his team can get to him in time.
And it's exactly what I was talking about. Like Leeds, yes, they need to make something happen, but they have enough time to play with their game plan. They have enough time to play the fundamental way that you know everybody knows how to play CTF. You get kills and then you pull the flag. Instead, you know, we've got Spartan Spy just making that desperation play, and it was never going to succeed, and that just wasted more time. They have 20 seconds left. They need to pull this flag before they can. They need to pull this flag. They need to get a touch on it right now, because otherwise, it's going to be over before they have chance to. And that's going to be it. I don't think it's mathematically possible anymore. And despite the unbelievably good performance from SOSOK, he's been phenomenal this tournament. And despite, you know, pretty significantly outslaying Durham, I think almost everyone on Durham team apart from La Catarina is negative. The you know, it's going to be a win for Durham, and it's going to be it's going to be a pretty convincing one as well. And it's going to be pretty much the same opening strats I think we saw last time. This is the bit where I got quoted saying that Joan was feeling himself. But Joan's not going to be feeling himself now because he's dead. And it's a much better start from Leeds because they haven't gone down off the rip, and they seem to have gotten control of the camo, I think. I just saw a player disappear under in Q-bend.
Yeah, we're seeing basically a full map push here by Leeds. They're getting a bit aggro on the C, so they might have.
They are. They've given up this sniper rifle, but I would suspect Leeds probably still has the camo. Leeds have managed. Yeah, they do. Spartan Spy with it, but he doesn't manage to get the kill on BML. That is massive. Even though they go 3 dead, that prevents this from snowballing too hard. The question is now, can Durham avoid having the same fate done to them as they did to Leeds previously?
It would be very interesting to see that occur. I have to.
Yeah, I believe last season the grand finals between these two teams ended on this map and mode. So will we see a repeat of history in that respect as well?
I want to see BML trying to cap A here. It's been left uncontested by Leeds.
Yeah, I'm
not
not
to get C.
Yeah, I suppose Leeds have decided that they prefer the AC setup, which makes sense because you have much longer sightlines over the map. The question really is, you know, they're 2 dead now. Can Leeds find any contestation onto this B point? No, they can't. And this dip player should be dying soon. How is he still alive? Finally goes down. That's going to be 2 dead though on that. Yeah, and BML, it looks like we might be about to see Durham repeat repeat what they did so well in that previous map. Now that they've got the control, the question is, you know, was that a fluke last time, or can they do it again? Is this a situation where Durham just knows the task and they know what they're going to do and they have that game plan? And I mean, massive respect on that challenge through those grenades. I'm not sure who it was, but they knew exactly how much time they had, and they knew that they were perfectly fine to chow that. They knew that they could just slide straight through them. It's a dangerous game,
cycle,
sliding through the grenades. It could be. It looks like it might be. The spawners are split. This C point is going to get flipped back. But the good news for Leeds is that Durham aren't really in a position to like fully collapse just yet. The bad news for Leeds is that one of their teammates just ran straight into B and died, and that's going to make contesting this this A point very difficult because they're going to be at a numbers disadvantage. This Durham player lives for quite a long time. They're only going to be one down. Joan does manage to. No, he does not manage to win that fight. It looked like the Mage Lord was about to reversal Do Not Defy Me, and now it seems like both teams are just back in this game. Both teams are willing to battle, but Durham have managed to find the.
Seeing a bit of indecisiveness on Leeds' behalf here, going for a point. They could have immediately swapped out A for C with basically no consequences, and now we're seeing they can't quite get it in time before Durham make a push.
Yeah, they're not pushing together. What they need to do is wait for everyone to spawn before they make a push, because right now they're just filtering in one at a time, and that is exactly what Durham want. You've got 2 dead on the side of Leeds. One of the players is isolated. He's going to be in a 1v1 with Maxi. He is going to win it, but he's left one shot. Where's the cleanup from Durham? But the thing is, I mean, Durham probably doesn't care about the cleanup. They're scoring 2 points every second. They're already about 100 points ahead. They've got 3 people on the C. Exactly. That player who's over on A is just who's over on C is just stuck there. He's not helping the guys on A. Meanwhile, Durham's getting the camo and Durham is continuing to spawn. They finally get that kill. But, you know, on the one hand it was good of Spartan Spy to live for as long as he does. But then, you know, where's the
follow-up?
Exactly. You know, you're living there for such a long time, you're not helping your teammates, the other team is still scoring all the while, and they managed to get camo in the meantime. It's sort of a situation where...
I don't understand why Leeds didn't push there.
Yeah,
they could have
like,
held out B.
It feels like Durham just has so much better of an understanding of how to play this map. Leeds obviously started way better this time. It's not been quite as much of a massacre, but ever since Durham started scoring, Leeds have just had no response whatsoever. I think they've been stuck on 52 points for the past, well, roughly 210 Durham points.
Yeah, pretty much exactly that. We're going to finally see a Leeds push onto B. It's going to get immediately shut down, though.
Yeah, but exactly. It's already being shut down. Durham are looking to equalize this series, and unless Leeds can make something happen now, it's going to be a pretty decisive win for them. That being said, 2 dead for Durham. This should be a B flip, but it isn't, because Maxi wins the piv against SOSOK. They had 2 dead. How do you have that numbers advantage and not have anyone looking at the B point when you know that there's a fight happening? SXM lag, these are all university teams, so they're named after the university they're from. That's 4 dead for Durham. Finally, we see an opportunity for Leeds.
Potentially a triple cap from Leeds here as well.
Exactly. BML is pushing straight in there, presumably because he knows that he's a split spawner. And the thing is, they go 3 dead straight away. The Durham team does not, the Leeds team, despite getting the trip cap, they don't manage to get anything from it. Durham is straight back to scoring. The only thing they really get out of it is the fact that they've got the camo now. But, you know, all the while Durham's scoring, they're on 245 points, 244 points. You know, they just need... They finally managed to cap the point as well. Spartan Spy playing this camo pretty well, but he doesn't really have a very good position. And he dies! And it just feels like every time Leeds seem like they might get it back into this game, they manage to throw it away. 245 points and counting now. They need to make something happen quick. And that might be game. Do Not Defy Me just about manages to get into the point, but he's getting shot from all directions. He's just desperately trying to play his life here. And that's too late. He steps out of the hill, and that's that. It's going to be game 5 between these two teams yet again. It seems like it's going to be Leeds in the red who are going to be spawning in that spawning at that point. They don't.
Also going to get the first kill on the board.
They are. And the question is, do they even have the red gun? I don't see anyone playing towards that balcony.
No one's managed to grab the rockets yet. But see,
A big kill on to Do Not Defy Me. It's going to be 4-2, but it's not too bad. There should still be someone alive to play with these rockets. There is. Manxie does have them, but can he stay alive with them? It does. It does seem like, and it wasn't Manxie. It was BML.
Leeds are now going to be
A huge thing there, though. He's managed to might both of them.
And
Gets
fail
Do Not
rocket.
Defy Me. Actually, he's not quite one shot. If you look, he still has a tiny bit of shields, and I think that means that the bandit will not kill in a single hit to the head. Currently, it's BML against the world, 3 kills stemming from those rockets. But it's a pretty close game so far. Fighting from the low ground here is Manxie, probably hoping to get some assistance pushing up from B Street, but it isn't really coming in just yet. Just a lot of sort of probing shots, prodding, trying to get themselves some advantage so that they can push off of. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath over towards B Street. Two go down for Leeds. Like Katarina managing to catch up to BML in the kills department, 3 kills and 2 deaths. Spartan Spy trying to stay alive here as the Durham push is coming through. We've already seen on this map that Durham knows how to make and break setups on that oddball, so we will hopefully be seeing the well, hopefully from if you're a Durham fan, we'll be seeing a continuation of that. Meanwhile, the Leeds gamers have lost a player. Manxie's still sitting on 0 kills though, probably not having too good of a game, but also still only 2 deaths. Right now, it's still early days in this game, and the game is all but tied up, 10-11. Not really a noteworthy kill lead. That being said, this has just turned into a 4-kill game, 15-11, a big swing from
The side of Leeds.
It is indeed. Durham
It'll be
falling behind by
interesting
4.
to see if Leeds can realise quickly that they have got a split spawn across the entirety of the B side of the map, and how they can cope with that.
It does not seem like it. The Black Katarina in the PD manages to pick up a kill. The Mage Lord doing such good baiting and switching. But can they stay alive? No, they can't. The help doesn't come in. Black Katarina with a good nade there. And the teamwork, excellent. The BML manages to swoop in, rescue La Katarina. They bring this game within 2. And Manxie is no longer on 0 kills, so excellent news all round.
Manxie supremacy is back, Joe.
I mean, he's a very good IGL.
Well, it has to be noted that it's quite difficult to IGL and, keep your slays up, so it's quite usual to see in the teams that do have an IGL, that they tend to not be a slayer, they tend to play, slightly further back in the more defensive roles as opposed to the playmaking roles. Which is not always what we see from Manxie, to be fair to him.
It isn't. Manxie can slay out with the best of them. But now we're seeing a kind of a bit more of a stalemate happening here. The kill lead is only 2 kills in favor of Leeds. Not massive, but not insignificant either.
And a team nade come out.
Yeah, that team nade that could cost them dearly, and they are running out of ammo. And Manxie goes down dearly, as well. Yes. Yeah, that's gonna bring it up to a 3-kill deficit, and I'm not sure. Did you say rockets were coming up? I didn't see what happened.
Durham have 1 rocket left, it seems. Yes, they have 1 rocket left.
Yeah. Okay.
In the back pocket. Might potentially be 2
players
sat on purple now.
Looks like Manxie's looking for them if they are. One of them looks to be hiding on bench. They should know that he's there, but he's going to have Gen by the time they get there. The 2 push should be enough to clean that player up, and it is. That's going to bring the game back into a 23-23. But it's got to be said, the assists column not looking too great on the side of Durham. It seems like they're letting their teamwork lapse a little bit here, as compared to the side of Leeds. And that lead has gone back in favor of Leeds once again. 2 kills. 2 kills the deficit there, and I
So-
mean, I'm not sure if they were blind
Getting punched
shots
from
or
both sides.
a glitch. Yeah, the
Not
old
exactly what you want to see.
it is not. Now it's gone up to a 4-kill lead in favour of Leeds. We've seen them come back from this before on the side of Durham, but it does feel like this game has been very very heavily Leeds favoured. BML loses track of which player he was killing. Manxie manages to clean them both up though, getting shots across the map, but he doesn't see the one behind him. That's such a shame. That could have been a clean 4 dead then, but it unfortunately falls through a little bit. A 5-kill lead, make that a 4-kill lead. Durham trying to fight their way back into this. 6 minutes left on the clock. Probably not gonna be too much of a factor, but it's not impossible that time will start to influence the players' decisions a little bit. They're within one clean
down.
wipe here. BML almost manages to escape with that rocket. He just doesn't have the support that he needs to keep those shots away from him. And now this lead is going to extend to 5 kills. The Rockets, I think, are still down. Black Katarina might have picked them up. I'm not sure where she is. No, do not defy me. And that's going to be a
Leeds are managing to get in great damage and get away after dealing the damage, you know. So I think that's what's sort of contributing to this huge now 9-kill lead.
Yeah, 9 kills in the favour of Leeds. Certainly not over. There's enough time here. Leeds need 9 kills left. Durham needs to start playing a lot more cautious, avoiding trades. But so far, it's not quite happening. Manxie goes down as well. It's going to be a 10-kill lead. Make that a 9-kill lead again, but that's not, Durham can't afford to trade here. Durham needs
Surefire kills, like that one.
Yeah, exactly. That player's going to be living up and running back. But he's going back bottom mid, which isn't really where you want to be. There's now a player, their players seem to be making a push towards B Street. Can they catch anyone isolated? It doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Manxie is trapped over in Cafe, and the Mage Lord goes down. This is starting to look pretty dire for Durham. 4 kills left now. Durham loses that Fiv as well.
You have to wonder whether Durham mentally have just sort of resigned themselves.
Yeah. It was so close for so long, but I don't think it's going to happen. I've seen some insane comebacks on Halo, but
I mean, this is the comeback that UHL had on me in Blackpool, so
that's true. Not impossible.
It's looking almost certainly impossible now.
Yeah, even with that rocket.
You can just get lucky with one grenade, and you've lost at that point. Yeah.
La Casarina isn't going to be able to escape.
GG, Leeds.
And Leeds will be your 2023 winter season European Halo League champions.
Yeah, UHL. Yeah, Uni. The Uni boys.
Congratulations to everyone on that team. It was a battle.